Greetings, beautiful soul. Samantha here. And this week we continue healing, transmuting, transforming, alchemizing, and we'll continue to do so until the end of October. So let's get into the weekly reading for October 21st to 27th, 2024. Now, this is what you can focus on as we reach the end of this illuminative month. It's really important now to drop into a deeper, slower healing rhythm for yourself, okay? Because we can get easily overwhelmed, particularly the brain right now. And as we enter these final days of October, it is important to slow it down and allow your healing to fully gel inside you so that you can fully transform and restore your body, mind, and soul. Okay, we've gone through great shift this month, great awakening to a whole other level, many more people awakening. And as we move through this month, as I said, it's really important to keep de-stressing that brain. That's what I've been working with clients on because the brain is the kind of monkey brain overload, lots going on consistently. So really work to slow things down or get the support you need to do that to allow the body to fully engage in this process. So the brain needs that room to rest and release and rewire so that you can move into a new sense of awareness about life and about yourself. So it's also really allows us as we do this to manifest, okay, put into that sense of law of attraction and get that abundance we need as we do support the mind and also the heart. It's doing a lot of healing as well through trauma and through that third chakra, through the vagus nerve. So fear and guilt and shame continue to be released from us at a rapid rate. The residue is just sloughing off now. And as you release these emotions, you're regaining more personal power, your sense of empowerment, and are finding more confidence. You'll probably see more happiness, a better sense of self-worth. Now, it may still fluctuate, but it's coming in more and more. And so as that third chakra and sixth chakra in that digestive area and in the head continue to recalibrate, and as that fear and trauma residue releases, then we become more whole. We become more authentic. We move more into that true self, and we naturally vibrate on a higher level, a higher frequency. So attract differently. We attract more abundance and love into ourselves. So it's like exercising free will in a self-loving way. So, as you move more into the sense of true self and are on your authentic path, your divine blueprint is unfolding, as I've mentioned this month, through that blue star, that ninth star chakra. And if you want to know more about that, look at my monthly reading and last week's reading. I talked more about the blue star. It's unfolding step by step, your divine blueprint, your true authentic path forward, not the karmic patterning, karmic fate that you were in, and you're now being directed more by your higher self than you are by that lower shadow self, because more and more is healing through the subconscious and through dream time as well, dream time and daytime. So the validity and the value of our lives in the new earth paradigm, it's unique. It's unique to each of us. That's what we're realizing, that we no longer, as we separate more and more from the hive, we are alchemizing and we are realizing this and we are becoming this. And so there's no longer need then for comparison or competition, right? We don't get into those levels of old type of paradigm behavior that create conflict and power struggles. So that's happening more and more in relationships. And as we do, we're able to have better relationships. Okay. So you'll still see relationships a little wobbly, but if we really embrace who we really are, that true self, then we can more and more be authentic in our relationships as well and not have any of these power issues that come through. So that's a huge awakening that's happening this month, and that our soul is moving into this karmic freedom to embrace a feeling of connection and closeness to the sacred within ourselves and with the universe and all that is, and with each other. So this frequency really wipes away experiences of alienation and aloneness, and reestablishes that deep and loving connection to ourselves and to the universe. It also anchors our root chakra in more in safety and security, which is what we're working on this year. So this last couple of weeks, we've got into the last 10 days here of October, then we're really going to be feeling that and more illumination as we get freed up from the past karmic trauma and debris that we're working on. All right. So really positive. So hang in there. I know this has been an arduous process and you're getting there step by step. Now, the sun has been fairly calm this past week. We had some M class, and thank goodness, because that super full moon in Aries was extremely intense. That super full moon in Aries, very intense and transformative. We really didn't need any extra cosmic input. However, there was an equally intense geomagnetic storm that we also had last week, and that really pushed more of that residue to the surface, that trauma residue. So you may have felt it in your body again, but we're coming out the other side more and more and more. So some major shifts, though, they're still going to happen now as we deeply heal over the last part of October and into November. And the sun is in solar cycle 25 and it's reached its maximum. So again, if you felt last week's geomatic storm, this occurred because we are at this peak. And that's why the auroras were so spectacular. That's why we've had a lot of weather changes, some deep weather changes. And this solar maximum will continue right into 2025 until the end of 2025. So all next year. So we'll have some more auroras coming probably towards the end of this year. And of course, into next year, some of these spectacular light shows that we're getting across the globe. So as the old paradigm, though, continues to crumble, and you're going to see again the chaos, within weather patterns, within the world, in our culture, as old systems continue to fall apart, this whole shift within you is allowing you to stay more in a sense of safety and security within yourself, so that you know that you've got this, that you're going to be okay. Now, as we continue to move out of all of this, the ascension symptoms are going to continue within us. And this includes still some inflammation in the body, perhaps not as bad as it was. We're still battling ego issues, some dizziness, a little bit of headachiness, nose, sinus, lymph congestion, low energy sometimes. You might feel like you're able to do things, and then all of a sudden you dip into low energy. The body goes hot, cold, poor sleep, really disturbed sleep. But that's starting to lessen a bit now. We're getting into more deeper sleep, but weird dreams that we've been having and still will continue to have. Still perhaps some depression, grieving, memory loss, mental confusion, and personal stagnation, but we're moving out of that a bit. But again, just try to slow it down as you heal. If you're feeling not hugely motivated this week, we're really moving into the deeper layers of the healing as it's settling into the physical body, as it's come down through the cosmos, through the chakras, now into the physical body. Okay. And as you're moving through this as well, as you feel any anger or rage, continue to put in boundaries, know where you'll set boundaries, speak truthfully about your boundaries. And you may be finding that more and more you're speaking your truth about things and speaking up, and keep doing that. And it's turning any of that energy or angst into those boundaries and knowing what you need, what you don't need. Okay. And continue to stand more firmly in your self-esteem and who you are, what you deserve. Without the ego, like we just deserving respect, for example, deserving love, deserving good communication in relationships. And again, will continue, and to keep focusing on that for yourself and being accountable in that way as well. Now, let's take a look at this week's reading and the archetypes, the chakras, and the plant allies that you're able to draw strength, wisdom, and guidance from. Okay, let's take a look here. And for those of you that have my Oracle deck, you can follow along and read more about these cards in the guidebook that I have. The plant allies we have this week, we're starting with calendula. It's the orange card, the second chakra, sacral, so down in that reproductive area. We also have ginger, which is a yellow card, third chakra, solar plexus. We have beautiful blue iris, which is all about creativity. That is a fifth chakra, throat. Okay, working on the throat this week. We have San Pedro cactus again. That's the purple card, the sixth chakra, brow, and head. Okay, it's the darker purple there. And we had that last week, so it's showing up again. And then we have Yellow Dock, which is a seventh chakra, crown of the head, pink card. We had a crown chakra last week. So, again, lots happening at the top of the head. You may be feeling it in the skull. I definitely was feeling it last week. My skull is actually quite tender every time we really start to recalibrate and shift in that seventh chakra. I really feel it. And look, again, here in the reading, the ninth blue star chakra has appeared again. I love when this happens, right? Such affirmation that we're on the right track and the right path. And I'm sure you're feeling it in yourself. And if you're not seeing things really unfolding for you yet, or, manifesting for you, please don't give up, because again, remember, divine timing, everything is shifting and is happening in the right way in the right time. And this is about deepening our faith and trust in this process as well, right? This is how we really connect back to the universe, and all that is by having that faith and that trust. So, if we look at the ninth blue star chakra, as I said, divine karmic freedom, and it's going to continue to keep activating at the higher frequency this week, okay, to support that brain, to rewire that sixth chakra brow area, to change our thinking, our outlook, and really provide that illumination on our path forward. So, just keep listening, keep resting. As I said, you may have to rest a lot more this week just because of how things are shifting in us now. It takes a great amount of energy to do that. So keep being receptive and find that time for stillness. Okay. And then as we look at the second chakra, the calendula card, again, that's the orange card, and beautiful calendula. I have calendula growing in the front of my house. It recedes like crazy. I love that because I find that it is a very gentle but empowering type of plant. It radiates like the sun, really helps us with that sense of empowerment. And in this reading, it's upside down. So you're still working with the consciousness around your boundaries this week, okay? Where your boundaries were crossed. And you'll be seeing this. Sometimes it'll come through in daytime, sometimes in dream time. And just in that overall sense of empowerment this week. So, meaning as you consider, for example, what you want next in your life, take a look at if you're still people pleasing, if you're still feeling guilty about certain things that happened, and doing things out of obligation. Okay, so any trauma residue from those past relationships that you had, and making choices that are not in line with good boundaries, is going to continue to heal and move through you. So again, take a look at what is right for you, what brings you joy, what brings you wonderment, what just feels right in that gut, in that area, in that solar plexus, which is almost like another part of our brain in terms of helping us understand and know things. So it's about feeling in your body overall, not just the head, because the head keeps us in the ego and can talk us out of being in a sense of empowerment. So Calendria tells us, I can set boundaries with empowered love. Okay, so that's the affirmation for calendula. And then we have ginger, which is again third chakra. Yep, still working on that solar plexus. Digestion upside down. Again, I talked about the vagus nerve. That's where we carry a lot of trauma. It's also like another brain for us in terms of being able to discern. And we're bringing in more illumination and discernment this month, okay, as we release that trauma. And as you solidify your boundaries based on past trauma and knowing where things went awry for you, you can also now stay in your integrity. Okay. So ginger really helps with clarity around this. And so that you can be in that sense of divine freedom and heal, having a do over. Okay. Now you get a do over. Now you're moving into, okay, I get to create the outcome differently this time. And as you shift and let go and move into that new vibration, that will naturally happen more, and you will learn more how to keep those boundaries and not be able to not speak up when you need to, and be in harmony with your divine purpose and a life that really resonates with your soul essence. Okay. So you're not quite there yet, but you're on the right path. That's what Ginger is saying this week. And the affirmation is, I am where I need to be, and my way forward is clear. So again, keep saying that to yourself. Again, this card is upside down, so not quite there yet, but you are working on it. And then we get into Iris, fifth chakra, throat card, blue card. Okay, the darker blue card. You may feel things shifting in your throat chakra this week. I'm finding that my throat is going off and on dry. I can feel things, or when I work with clients, I can feel when their throat chakra is off. So perhaps you might have that dryness, or more coughing, or phlegmy throat, sore throat. And Iris is about grace and releasing creative blockages, okay, in the fifth chakra and just in the body in general, so that you can create your life, so that you'll be working with releasing still that self limitation and stagnation. Okay, so if you're feeling stuck, things will start to feel like they are moving forward. Okay, more clarity this week, more discernment by the end of this week, by the end of the month. And that creative energy is starting to flow. So that will bring in more abundance, trickle, trickle, as things go along, aided by this past full moon in Aries and the solar energies. So it says, I shift out of stagnation and let my creative energy flow. And then we have San Pedro cactus again this week. Again, this is all about discernment, right? That's that brow, third eye area here, and helping you with discernment and processing these higher light codes that are coming in, so that you can alchemize your past into a brighter future. Okay. So not only learning from the past, but again, taking action, as I said. So where do you need to take action? Where do you need to speak up? Where do you need to continue to put boundaries in and have honest, open communication, for example, with people? Okay. Take a look at that and continue to speak up. Find the courage to do that when you need to, hopefully in a graceful, beautiful communication type of way. However, if that's not, if you're still kind of more angry or erupting over it, continue to work on smoothing that out and going back to someone if that has happened and saying, hey, I didn't communicate that really well. Can I, have another conversation with you? If you have that deeper sense of clarity. So San Pedro cactus says, I open myself to light and clarity. Okay, and then lastly, we get into yellow dock, that seventh chakra crown again that is shifting this week. It's upside down. So yellow dock is again a detoxifying herb. If you remember last week, we had a root chakra herb, burdock, which is also detoxifying. Yellow dock, I find, works more from the top down. So when you're cleansing and I'm cleansing somebody, depending on where they need to release, this really starts to work up here and releases from the mind quite a bit. Okay. And from the lymph system in the head and the sinuses, for example. And so you will rapidly be cleansing these old emotions this week. That's why I said it's important to slow down. Okay. And you'll have old mental stories coming up that are still lingering in that conscious and subconscious mind. And as I said, hence all the weird dreams you may be having, okay, that are really nonsensical, but that's what's happening. And it will probably intensify this week a bit more and for the remainder of the month. So just allow that, be in the process. You don't need to figure it out. You just need to be in it. Okay. And as you do that, then you'll be freeing yourself up, allowing more light into the body mind, and being able to use this to step more into your sense of empowerment. Yahoo! And resolve to create the life that you want, full of joy and love and wonder, harmony, beauty, creativity. That's a big part of it as well. So Yellow Dock says, I let go of pain from the past and feel strong in who I am. So that's the reading for this week, and this builds on my October monthly Ascension update. So take a look at that. And you are birthing new creations for yourself. So please be patient and keep moving forward. Thanks for watching. Please comment. Let me know that you like this. Please share my video. I really appreciate when you do that. It helps me a lot too. So I'm sending you a galaxy of love, and I will see you at the end of this month for my November monthly Ascension update.